Welcome to the Hutts Hangout. Grab your blasters and blue milk because we're about to deep dive into the game where Hutts rule and three scoundrels draw. On this episode, we have Matthias, Brittany, and myself. How you going, Matthias?
I'm doing well. Uh, as I noted before when we were chatting before the stream, I woke up feeling like I had a hangover, even though I haven't drank in like 6 days. So
Yeah,
this is not a beer stream for me. This is a water stream for me.
yeah. I didn't. Bones didn't have his headphones when he came back in, but I'm pretty sure I spotted a bottle of water there, and I think it's ironic that all three of us are currently bottled
Hello.
watered. Uh, it's got to be the
Yes.
first time ever. Like,
I have my water as well. Yes. I'm fucking
yeah,
chugging it. I didn't even
yeah,
party. I'm just fucking exhausted. So,
yeah. It's I've got to deal with my youngest daughter's birthday today, and we've got a party tomorrow at one of the kids' play center things. So there'll be about, I think we've just hired out the whole thing. So it's like 3 hours of just kids screaming and running around and hyped up on sugar, and yeah, it's going to be a great afternoon. So I need to be like peak condition in the morning, not no alcohol, no sugar, just ready to go. Yeah.
are you taking him to the replaced Wiggles land?
Um, no, I don't even know. This one's called like Chipmunks or something like that. Some weird name. But yeah,
I
uh
think that's a male strip club, isn't it? Is
Just
it?
where all
keeping
the
up
nuts
with
are,
the underground tunnels, Mike.
where the
leave
nuts are
it
kept.
leave it up to Mike where he's like, "Oh yeah, this will be great for the kids." They pull up and it's like blacked out windows. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, it's what it's supposed to
We've
be."
we've hired the place out. Yeah.
Am I wrong, Matthias? Isn't there like a here in the
Chipmunk
U.S.?
sounds like the name of, I mean, it certainly does sound like the name of a place like that, but I wouldn't know from firsthand experience.
Isn't chipmunks like the little animals
Well,
over there?
yes, it
Yeah.
is, but I feel like here
I
in the
don't think we
U.S.,
have I don't think we have them over here.
like the Harlem Globetrotters. It's like that version with strippers, and I'm pretty sure they're called like the Chipmunks or something like
Okay. I'll
I've
believe you.
never before.
that.
This
Anyways,
is
it might be
beyond my pay.
another name, but anyway, I could turn into a children's story into something weird. This is what we
It
do here on
involves
the
me.
Hutts
Yeah.
Hangout.
How are you going,
Me?
Bones? Brittany?
Yeah, also, not fuck you, Mike, because you didn't start that. Fuck you, Womprat. And
Yeah.
MSF
I thought I
rules.
need to include that
Brittany,
because
hello.
he's having the weekend off, getting away from everything. So I thought he'll listen back and he'll hear that, and he won't need to listen to anything else.
No. But he can't tell me MSF sucks today or that you're a
Yeah.
robot. We can say whatever we want
Actually,
about
I
him.
think I wonder if it still pops up.
No, it doesn't. Get that shit out of here. Even though I haven't played in a long time. It's not because it sucks.
Maybe not. All right,
Um,
that's a shame.
okay, it was Chip and
Yeah. So
Dale's.
how are you?
Listen, it's Chip and Dale's, not the Chipmunks. Chip and
Um,
Dale's is what the male strippers are. So
yeah,
double check
that
and make sure it's
term,
not Chip and Dale's.
No, it's definitely not.
But isn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't there Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers?
yes.
Which is strange because they were
I just
chipmunks. Huh. I'm starting to put together
Yeah,
Disney's.
Alvin and the Chipmunks is what I'm aware of. I didn't know about Chippendales.
Yeah, Chippendales is like a old cartoon movie, Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
It's not spelled the same.
Or
One's
the
named
T.
Chip. One's named Chip and one's named Dale, but they are chipmunks.
They're chipmunks. So they're like old Disney cartoon characters.
But at the same time, there's also
Uh,
strippers named Chip and Dale. Anyways, so now that we've got that figured out, I'm doing all right, man. I'm getting
we've got the hard topics out of the way, the hard hitting
the
news.
hard ones. Get it?
Yeah.
We haven't got to the Wiggles yet, and the update on their lawsuit against Wiggles Land. I'll know. I'll just have. That's how I'm going to start it out for the rest of our lives. So I just hope you know that. We're gonna
I've signed the petition
they're,
to bring it back.
They're innocent. When like a family's like cousin or something murders somebody, and they're like free so and so. They make shirts and stuff. He only murdered 3 people. He's innocent.
Jesus Christ.
They made him do it. It's police brutality.
Mike's out there going. Mike has a sign leading the not the riot but the protest. Oh no, the Wiggles won't go. He's leading the charge. All right, sorry, Mike. It's out of my system. All right, I'm doing great. Matthias is tired. How are you feeling, Mike?
I'm pretty good. I'm just currently banning someone on the Twitch stream, chat box, whatever thing. Yep. Yeah, it was cheap views for Stream Bamboo or some shit.
Cheap views for Chippendales.
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, bit of a busy weekend with the little one's birthday, but yeah. So she had a good day today and made her favorite spaghetti bolognese. So yeah. Then tomorrow's
what is that?
party.
What's Bolognese? I've heard of it, but I've never had it.
Spaghetti bolognese, like meatballs, spaghetti meatballs.
So why do we call it Bolognese when it's spaghetti?
Bolognese. Spaghetti is
the type
the
of
pasta.
sauce.
Are you saying bolognese?
Yes.
Bolognese?
Yeah.
It's spelled very similar.
Okay.
Yeah. Spaghetti is the pasta, and then bolognese is the sauce.
Okay.
Theoretically, it's actually penne bolognese that I make, but the kids are like 4 and 8, so they haven't got comprehension of pastas.
Can you say I love you, penne bolognese?
No, I don't want to get into Forrest Gump references.
Will you try to? We talk in your accent all the time. I want you to try to talk like Forrest Gump right now.
Oh, I don't know Forrest Gump, but
you can say I love you, Janae, or laughs like a box of chocolates.
Give it stereotypical Southern drawl and then slow it down.
I love
like a box of chocolates.
Finish it.
I can't remember the movie.
Never know what you're gonna get.
It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
All right, okay.
One time.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I'm probably too fast. That's me slowing down. I still feel significantly faster than Matthias.
It's like, imagine Patrick from SpongeBob, but slower.
Are we still doing that same? Like, are we actually doing this?
No, it's okay. I was impressed by it. It didn't sound like him, but I was impressed about it. Like, you pretty much took out the Australian out of your voice, so that was interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I wake up in the morning and I piss excellency. What is it? Piss excellence. And shake and bake, and I want to bless this meal with little 4-ounce 7-pound baby Jesus.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. What's the fucking grandpa's name? That he's like, shut your fucking mouth. I'm trying to say grace.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, so Forrest Gump is coming to SWGoH.
I can do
the Chippendale tag.
Oh, what's
the first vehicle in the game is gonna be the race car from Talladega Nights.
Yep, all that's coming. That's the next ship.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we can shut the fuck up now. Do you guys have anything else stupid to talk about before we
Probably should.
Not really.
Those are good natural stupidisms that we came up with, though. Green Rust
Yeah.
has the entire thing for you to read if you want to.
There it is, yes.
What do you do? Post this script
The
He
entire
did.
thing.
for it.
Basically did. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, or as our brothers in the South call you, Jesus, we thank you so much for this bountiful harvest of Domino's, KFC, and the always delicious Taco Bell. I just want to make what? It keeps moving. I just wanted to take the time to say thank you for my family, my two beautiful, handsome, striking sons, Walker and Texas Ranger, or TR as we call him. And of course, my red hot smoking wife, Carly, who is Stone Cold Fox.
Good job, man.
That's it.
Good job,
It,
Green
it
Rust.
sort of just kept going on and on and on.
And of course, Hutts Hangout has 70 fucking messages spamming you constantly. So you never know where the real chat starts or begins.
Yeah.
All right, so we got news to this week, or what we
Yes.
could call news.
Yeah. Galaxy of Heroes shit. Yes. Yeah. So there wasn't a lot of news, like meaningful news, I guess. But quite a bit of stuff came out from CG. So Omega, the Fugitive one, the shards in our farmable in Dark Side 3DH, which is quite a low energy node, which is good. Did you not know that, Matthias?
Who did you say it was?
Omega?
Oh, okay.
Omega? I can't remember how I pronounced it.
It's Omega.
You said Omega.
Yeah, so that would have been how I actually pronounce it, and then Omega
Somebody
is
says
the
that.
Aussie.
Yeah, someone says
Omega Omega is how I would normally say it in Australia. Omega is how it should actually be said.
Talking about that real quick, I cared so less that I forgot to farm her like 2 days. Like I was like, oh shit, I did care. Like I'm trying to be funny. Like I did care. I was like, I need to start farming her. But, like I didn't care enough to remember to like favorite her. So like for 2 days I missed out on farming her. But now I'm aware. But that's a good thing. It's time for me to free to play that I can start working towards them. Do I care about them still? No, but if you're a player, you farm the newest thing if you're far enough into the game, like we are.
Yeah.
So
I'd actually because all of my characters except for the new Bad Batch are 7 stars at least. And I think I'm down to, once we'll get into it, but Cup gets the relic 9. I'll only have like 3 old characters that aren't even relicked. So this morning I went in and did my dailies, and just my natural instinct is go in and just do pyrotech farms. Spent all your
energy. I did that too.
And then I'm like,
oh
fuck. So then I had to do 100 refresh. And I'm like, that wasn't ideal, but yeah.
Yeah, because for the last, I don't know, however many weeks or months, that's what we've been doing, just going in and blowing it on Kairos. Yeah, I did that like for 2 days too. So
yeah,
I guess I did farm her, but like is what you said. It's like I had to spend another extra 100 to get some kind of refresh out of her. But
yeah, and yeah, I mean, I got like the not conquest pass, the episode pass, and the shards that give the 5 Omicrons as well, that pack. So I'm sort of like already on, I don't know, 40 something out of 85. So I'm a fair way through the farm. So I'm not overly concerned about it, and I'm not like you. I'm sort of like they're just a team that I'll get eventually. And yeah,
dude,
they seem okay.
I've watched Old Man Logan play Gag, and he'll like clean up like a Mon Mothma team with that team on DAC. Like I'm sure it can do something better than that. But that just shows you how much like impact they're having on the meta or anything. It's like
And he'd have them high relics as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah. I'm sure if we had the knowledge of using it against a better team, we would. But that's all I've seen him use it for because he doesn't need him. Like it's at the
Yeah.
and that's why I keep. I don't want to get deep into this, but that's what I keep ranting about. Is like, I guess everyone disagrees with me, but like, people where he's at 14 million. You're not even using the newest tunes in it right now. So
Yeah.
what's next?
You've got plenty of teams.
What's next for even accounts like yours, Mike? Like, what's next? You know, because there's not much. I get that they can make money just off of giving marquees, and that you are fine just farming marquees. I'm not asking for more content, but I'm thinking like more layers of leveling your character up, or another tier of Galactic Legend. We don't have to get into this because I keep going on and on about it, but and we'll get to this later, but there's more LSBs coming, and there's some really good packs for just crystals and stuff that are handing out the bottlenecks of the game, or at least early on, like it's candy. So like, I feel like something's got to go. But anyways, I don't know what our subjects are. Are we going to mention the new game that's coming out?
We spoke about it last week because it dropped just before our
Okay.
episode.
And we don't have to get deep into that,
Um,
but that's also an interesting thing to keep an eye out on. You know, what the fuck that is.
Yeah, we still don't
yeah.
have any information on it. My wife went to Disney Springs the other day
Okay.
and she like checked out the Star Wars section while she was over there. And I was like, hey,
Anything?
do you see any signs about any news related to any Star Wars video games while you're over there? Because like something's coming, but nobody knows what the fuck it is.
Nothing though. She didn't see anything.
No, she said she didn't see anything about
What's
anything to do with video games.
what's Disney Springs?
It's like a watered down Disneyland park that usually like you take like really little kids to, so that way you don't have to deal with the hustle and bustle of the 8 million people at Disneyland.
Are you in Orlando?
She went down to Orlando.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, so that's something to keep an eye out on. It could affect SWGoH in a big way. It couldn't be so different that it won't make a difference. Somebody,
I think if it's a game, it's gonna have a very strong impact on SWGoH.
so this is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was going to bring up what you guys, because I literally have just got past this point on the Scoundrel podcast. So, you and Nev were sort of speaking there about this new game could be the spot where the developers basically put in their new content into, because if they keep adding games or different modes into the Galaxy Fairs we have now, we're just going to have 43 game modes and people are just going to say it's too much. And, we already do a lot of stuff and, Conquest, like this week, right? Even without GAC, has been like TB. We had one battle of GAC. We had TB, Conquest, and well, there was something else as well that we were doing. Oh, our raid. All in the one fucking like 2 or 3 day period. So it was just hectic. So
I'm exhausted because GEC was ending right when all this started, and I have 2 accounts. They're in game. I love you and I love Nev, but both of you want me to be doing the smaller alt account, and I can't do it. Especially with now that I have an account that I have to do every CM in Rote. Now I'm actually officially experiencing Hell Week, whereas I would just go deploy and not give a fuck. I really didn't get the full blown experience of it. This is hell. Like, I'm exhausted, and I've even missed like one day. I didn't even log in one day of the Bane account because it was Thursday, and I was like streaming and I was doing my dailies, taking my time, and all of a sudden Logan jumps in and I go, "Hey, what are you doing, man?" He goes, "Getting ready for 3 scoundrels," and I'm like, "What?" And I hadn't even logged into Bane yet because I was doing Conquest and everything. I hadn't even logged into it, so I missed an entire Conquest worth of energy, progress, and Datacron progress because I didn't make it in there. So yeah, it's ridiculous. But continue on. Sorry, I'm just ranting about that.
Well, because we're going off topic again, we might as well with the TB. and the combat missions in particular. Hot Utils has got a new feature now where you can actually so there's a website basically that has all these. It's sort of like Ignards, but it's someone's put it onto a website where all the teams that can auto the combat missions, they will scrape all that data and then like literally paste them into the game for you.
Okay.
So once we get the Hot Utils connection set up, you'll be able to just like literally
That'll be nice.
have
Yeah.
them in game, and you'll be able to just look through them. So
Yeah. Finally, I'm doing
yeah.
it, so I understand how much that is nice to have.
Yeah.
But going back to the game though, because we did have a good conversation about it, Mike. You said you were listening to it. Very interesting takes from everybody. But yeah, this game is 10 years old, and it's not getting any younger. They're not going to be able to revitalize it and modernize it. You know what I mean? So what's not like you said? Maybe they have new ideas, and they're probably going to put it into something that is modern day. Think about the graphics if it was Raid. Think if they had Raid graphics for Star Wars. How fucking cool would that be? And Rabbit Beaver was on, and he had the best idea so far I've heard. There can only be so many turn-based strategic type games. You can't get much out of the box than what we've already seen, just in the history of games. So, there's some cool ones. I just don't see them changing the way turn-based strategic games work. It's probably going to be something similar to something we've had. You have like the grid-based games like Final Fantasy Tactics. You have obviously you could do SWGoH 2.0. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But what I think, and this is Rabbit Beaver's idea, I'm stealing this from him. He said, "Why not it just be Raid with Star Wars skin?" And you guys have played Raid a little bit, right? Because I've done promos for it and stuff.
A little bit. Yeah.
As long as it wasn't as money hungry as Raid, because Raid is more money hungry than SWGoH, which is impressive.
Well, I can't promise you that, but you can still play the game free to play and have fun. And you can still
you could. I'm just saying it would get really obnoxious having as much push to spend money as that game had.
Right.
And to be honest, I think I just sent you $100 and said, "Yeah, I can't really do this Raid thing."
Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah. So I don't think
I don't think I played much.
I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but wouldn't you all agree that if this game didn't have the Star Wars IP, that it wouldn't still be around as far as SWGoH goes?
Yeah, probably.
So I think they're going to be able to carry themselves, and Raid is the most profitable mobile game by far. Like, I think Beaver said that they made $80 million this month because he's also doing a promo for it as well. Currently, like, they actually sponsor him. It's not like what I did. They are actually sponsoring him. He has his own channel and everything. But, so yeah, there's no similarities between Raid and SWGoH except that you collect heroes. Every single fundamental mechanic is completely different. So I would be okay with it. I didn't hate Raid. I just don't love Raid. But if there's a Star Wars one with amazing graphics and all that, I'm in. You know what I mean? Am I going to be exhausted because I'm doing that and two other things? You know what I mean? But it gives me content to do as a content creator. And there's no reason why, if it's that good, we couldn't extend our podcast to, hey, these two hero collectors. Maybe not. We'll see. Because we already go on for long enough. But
we're going to say incoming 12-hour episodes.
I don't know. I can't do another podcast, so we're going to figure something out. Maybe I can.
It'll be like you were complaining about the sumo streamer being on for like 36 hours. That'll just be it. We'll just go from like all day, and I'll just have like the morning shift. Wombrag gets the lunchtime. You and Mateus get the nighttime. And
I wish we would have talked about your sumo obsession right now.
Yeah, but we can do it. Yeah, finish this and we'll go to the sumo.
That's pretty much all I'm going to say. But like, I didn't mean to talk that much about it because we went way off track. I don't even know where the fuck we started, but it's still something to keep your eye out on. Know about.
Yeah, I don't think we ever really thought about it this deeply last week. Like that, it was more a case of, is this going to be the new game just going to completely wipe out this Galaxy of Hero and be a 2.0 basically.
I mean, I could see this being a base for funding that one. And everyone thinks I'm crazy for saying they're going on autopilot, but what if they don't need any more money from this? They just want a steady income. And I feel like that's what this episode pass is. It's a steady income. Pretty much everyone's fine with new raids as content. And it's not content, it's fucking lazy as fuck. But I'm surprised when I ran on about it, everyone like disagrees with me and how they love new raids, which is the new raids are a terrible concept. They fundamentally suck. Every time you guys are begging for a new one, the newest one sucks more than the last. Everyone's like, don't you need to, like, aren't you mad that, and we'll probably talk about this, so I won't get too much in it. Aren't you mad that we have to do this for 3 more months? It's so terrible. I bet you the next one's going to suck just as bad. Like, there's no reason to rush into another one, and I won't keep talking about that, but like, everyone wants a new raid so much, and it's like, I don't think you really do. You're bored of this one, so you want something to aesthetically please you for 2 more weeks. Just because it looks different doesn't make it content.
I'll aesthetically please you for 2 weeks.
What's that?
It literally.
What'd you say,
What?
Matthias?
I said, oh, I'll aesthetically please you for 2 weeks.
Come here, big boy. I'm down.
The raid literally started for the Hutts like 4 hours ago. And I was like, tagged everybody. I'm like, hey, it's fucking happening again. It's just like in that cycle now that it just happens, basically, well, it's short of a week. It's every 6 days, right? So now it's just like, hey, we all fucking hate it. Let's just get it done quickly, and then ignore it for the next couple of days. So, but we are still, like, our guild is still improving our scores. I think, we haven't really been trying to get people to push for it, but we seem to be getting the 130 million box without really trying now. So,
yeah, that's good.
A whole Queen Amidala squad from Gear 12 up to Relic 5. So I'm getting probably like an extra 1 million points per raid.
Yeah.
Hey, can you lower your head just a little bit so it looks like you're peeking over the screen? There we go. I just want to make it look like the guy from the Tim Allen show where you only saw his face all the time, like his eyes. That could be you now.
Did you see our guild went up like 7 million GP when the Lightspeed Bundles got released?
No, I didn't realize it went up that much.
Yes.
I knew that
yeah.
I knew that it was like 200K for one person, but I didn't realize it was like 7 mil for the whole guild.
Yeah.
The Lightspeed bundles are really, like, they're good value in most situations.
I don't know if you're watching the stream, but watch the stream.
I think you can see it because you've got us in the corner.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
On your
What was that guy's name on Home Improvement? Where he'd go out and get advice from his neighbor,
Wilson.
and he could only Wilson. Yeah.
Was it Wilson?
Yeah, I think it was.
I'm pretty sure it was Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I hear Wilson, I think of the volleyball from Castaway.
That's also Wilson.
Deep dive into what Wilson really represents, everybody. That's all I'm going to say. Look up Wilson's hidden meaning.
Which Wilson?
Got me doing right now on the stream. I think of Kilroy from World War One.
Who?
What?
So, it was this old tag that the U.S. soldiers used to do, where they would like paint like what looked like a dude like poking his head up over a wall, and they would write "Kilroy was here" with it, and the U.S. soldiers would they'd go all over Europe tagging like destroyed walls with that, to the point where, and it was literally just meant to be a joke, that like whenever a U.S. soldier would see it, they would chuckle, but it was like ended up turning into an entire like disinformation campaign against the Germans, because they thought that it was like a legitimate thing and they were trying to figure out who the fuck Kilroy was.
And that's what started World War II. They were not happy
Oh
with that.
dear.
Yeah, so we call Logan glasses. Can we call Mike brows?
Me? It's
Oh,
on the left.
they're talking about
It's
Matthias.
Matthias,
Okay,
not
sorry.
me.
We'll call Matthias
Yeah.
brows.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't. I thought he doesn't have a unibrow or anything. I think he has very nice arched brows.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Mine's kind
So,
of.
You can call me Chins.
All right, sorry, Mike. I think for some reason Omega becoming farmable turned into like 3 conversations.
yeah,
So yeah.
it's
Continue
all
on.
good. Hunter Mercenary is available in shipments. Gungan Phalanx is accelerated, which I think is the last one.
Yes. So
Yeah.
all the Gungans are now accelerated. So we
Yeah.
should be seeing Jar Jar made permanent soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Gungan Phalanx.
What?
I don't know. I think he was trying to make a dick joke.
Gungan Phallus.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All
We
right.
can't go 30 seconds without a dick joke, Mike.
Yeah, I know. All right. So
before we move on, can I ask a question?
sure.
No.
What's your guys' favorite amphibian? Mike,
I don't know.
you guys don't have to answer this, but Mike, finish 3 Scoundrels this week, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It was the most awkward Avant moment in 85 episodes I've ever heard, and it went on for like 20 minutes. You guys have to listen to it. It's funny.
I mean, it's like a 3.5-hour episode. It's going to take me 7 weeks to get through it. So
It was good though. It was all natural talk.
know.
It wasn't like
it sounds like a good episode. Yeah.
But we're at the Hutts Hangout now. Fuck those people.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's the rule.
So we had a Datamine come through, which by now some of this stuff's actually come out. So we had Lightspeed Bundles, right? So we have a Cup Relic 9 one, which is going to cost $5 US. But it's only available April 2nd to April 3rd. So it's literally a 24-hour thing, right? But it's Cup Relic 9.
It's April 1st.
Okay. What?
What? You broke up, guys.
It's April 1st in the US.
Okay.
It's literally an April Fool's Day pack.
Okay, but it is real, right? Because one thing I hate about
we believe that it's real.
It's in the Datamine.
And like Wonkrat said, there's some kind of law in the EU where because they advertised it in advance, basically, they have to provide it. Otherwise, it would be considered false advertising, and then they'd have to give it away for free.
But did CG advertise it? Or is this a SWGoH Events advertisement?
That is a good point. That is a good question.
I don't think this is actually being the Datamine.
We'd have to check the forums post of like what was put out in the update to see whether or not they mentioned it.
Chat, let us know if it was advertised by CG, because this is what I hate about SWGoH Events. Every April Fool's, they put out something awesome that was data mined, and they just fuck with everybody. And I hate that.
Sorry. Yes, the dates in the Datamine are actually set up to being Australian time. I didn't notice it. So it actually would be the April 1st for America. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's not fake, because it's actually a cool idea. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, people are making videos about how great it is. So this would be, if this isn't legit, this is SWGoH Event's greatest prank in the history of pranks.
But it's not funny.
Only the bad
I'm not laughing,
bundle.
you fuck. I've always hated April Fools. I've always hated it. Sorry, Mike, what's that? Only
the Bad Batch Lightspeed bundle was announced. Nothing about any of the others.
But the Rogue One bundles are in game though.
Yeah, they're already in the game. Okay, so let's go
Expect
through.
an announcement about them in
Yeah.
about a week.
Let's go through each
All
one
right.
though, until let's talk about how much we. If the cup one's real, fantastic. I don't care how bad he is. At R9, he's not that bad. You can put him into JMK, Padme, any Galactic Republic team, right? He's also I think a platoon somewhere. You can throw him as a fifth in like even TB battles. He's actually going to be more usable than people give him credit for. Not to mention just
Actually,
go ahead.
hear me out on this. He is a
Okay.
Galactic Republic support. You know what that makes him a perfect fifth member for?
Good, mate.
A Gidney squad.
Oh, really? I don't remember running it in 5v5.
If you were to like try to use Gidme to take something down in Territory Wars and you wanted a fifth member, Cup would be like the perfect fifth character.
Yeah, I mean, and it's $5. It's a no-brainer. Like, literally, I think if you went to the convenience store and got one candy bar and one pop, you're paying more than $5 in tax for those two things.
Well, just think about the Relic 9 materials.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Just
$100.
8
if
to
you-
9, right?
Yeah.
If you buy everything and go straight to Relic 9, it's like $100.
I mean, it's a fucking useless Relic 9
It's Relic
generally.
9. I mean,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. So I think they'll actually make quite a bit of money off this one. Just not only just because of the memes as well, like people saying they've got a Relic 9 cup, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then think of all the people who actually took Cup to Relic 9 who are going to start calling everybody else posers.
Yeah,
Which
bandwagoners.
a lot of people have done. A lot of people
Yeah.
have actually done that than you think. I think AP Gaines kind of started that. People started following suit or something like that.
AP Gaines Cup was like gear 8 because his Cup's GP was 6969.
Yeah, but like he started the whole movement of the meme of him.
Of Cup being overpowered, yeah.
Yeah.
He started the whole like look how great Cup is.
Matthias,
I
what have
just-
I told you about playing your SWGoH during a SWGoH podcast?
And what have I told you, Bones? Fuck you.
All right. Other Lightspeed bundles.
Okay.
Confirmed Bad Batch for 30. This is the original Bad Batch. For $30, all to Relic 5.
Which everyone called.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, for $30, Mike, right?
Yep.
Yep. Matthias
And
said
then
everyone's...
Rogue One.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to go through the others, but
Well, I kind of, I don't, if you don't mind, I just want to say one and talk about it and then
Okay.
go to the next one.
yeah. Sure.
Matthias, I don't think anyone called it. People have been calling this for 3 years since LSBs have been coming out. This is like the most
I'm just
requested
saying, for like
one.
the last month, I've been hearing a ton of people be like, they're gonna come out with a Bad Batch LSB now because they came out with a new Bad Batch team, and I've been one of the people who's been like, I fucking hope so.
No, I've always hoped so too. I guess that makes sense, yeah. But I feel like for 2 years now, people have been asking for it, at least requesting it. And that's one. That
I think
makes
they were still
most of
2 new characters up until this point.
And guess who was forced organically to take them to at least Relic 0 for now, and to 9 eventually. This fucking thing comes out. I spent all the Chirotechs. Fucking, and how much shit have I gotten for years now about them? And it finally comes when I needed it the most.
I'll tell you what, Bones, if you give me back all of the money that I've invested in your streams, I'll apologize.
No. I'll just take an R9. I'd be living in a cardboard box if I did that.
So is this classified as cheating, Matthias?
Is it? No, I wouldn't call this cheating. If Bones can get the LSB, then I would just. He's
already
still
been-
got to Relic 5 to Relic 9 is almost as intensive as fucking Relic 0 to Relic 5. So
Also, I get Omega at R5, which she's at she's like literally, she's not even 7-star. She's like one of 2 characters I don't have at 7-star. Her and Zori.
she's so easy. She's in Galactic Warship.
I don't care.
so many shards of her a day.
That's how much I hate her and that team. So
And it's like, isn't it like 10? So it's like, it's not
Yeah,
even
like
not even that
30
hard.
shards a day. You could have had her done in less than 2 weeks.
well, let's just say that a couple days ago I took my bad batch up to R5.
That's great.
I wasn't gonna tell you guys until you said that it wasn't cheating. So
I knew that it.
I knew you were going to find a way to do it.
Yeah.
shout out to Jaw. He hooked my aunt.
But have you given them all their Zetas yet?
I was working on them because obviously I'm gonna. I don't know because
You know you have to give all of them their Zetas, including Omega, and you have to give her Omicron, right?
I don't know about the
Omicron. I'm not doing the Omicron. But I'll do the Zetas. I have no problem with Zetas. But
which is going to be hard because he hasn't even got enough for Glat. So
I was about to say, I guess I should have said how am I doing earlier when you asked me, but I did unlock Glat today, or not today, this week. But I had 2 Zetas I was able to apply, and I couldn't even beat the mission for her ultimate unlock. And Mike saw me for like 45 minutes. I finally pulled off some RNG to beat it, or else I would have maxed out.
No, you didn't pull off some RNG. I told you what to do, and you figured it out. Oh, sorry, I figured it out.
You're right. Yes, Mike told me what to do.
Because he kept.
What mod set are you using on Glad?
No, it's just purely he kept getting Ahsoka to taunt, and she had none of the protection recovery shit. So they were just like focusing her, and she would die, and that is the condition of failure.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering, like, what mod set is he using? Is he using speed health?
So speed,
health and speed and defense, right?
Speed and defense, but I think the primaries were all health that I could get, except for the arrow, of course. So speed.
I'm still using.
What are you using?
I'm still using triple defense set with defense primaries.
I mean, I don't know. That's just what people told me. I might change it around eventually.
I've never even seen my Glat lose her protection before.
I feel like
she just.
Oh, sorry. What was that, Matthias? My bad. What'd you say?
I was just saying, with like all of the defense that I built into her on her mods, she like literally doesn't even lose her protection.
Okay. Like I need to remod I need to take a look at my fucking Balin because he fucking sucks for me on my account, and I need to maybe remod him.
Fucking sucks in general.
Dude, he does. I'll take Bo Katan over him all day. Like if I could pick, I would.
I think it's very harsh to say that he sucks, right?
It's like I don't mean to interrupt, but it's like a Lord Failure sucks, right? He's a GL, he does things, but he's on a Lord Failure level.
He's good. He's better than a lot of things. It's just, as somebody who wailed for a day one Balin, I am not fucking happy with the quality of product that I got.
Go ahead, Mike.
I think it's a case of he came out after Bane, right? And we all had Bane as like, wow, he's fucking brilliant. Balin's got to be pretty good. But I think it's very harsh to compare them, right? There's a person that Matthias shares an account with that is in a bigger guild and is telling me probably some stuff that probably shouldn't be being told to me about the Balin team.
Okay, can we DM this to Bones?
Once I get it tested, and because they're playing on a different level, right? They're a 600 million guild, so what they're facing and what they're using it against is not going to be things that we'll see at our level. So, like, I know that it can easily, on auto almost, beat JMK in TW. Especially if you've got.
I've done that. I've done that before.
Yeah,
I knew that.
And JMK walls are a pretty big thing when it comes to TW. Yeah, and most of the GLs are pretty made pretty easy work if you've got the right team and set up on mods and stuff. So,
like a job, if I could, which he gets smoked by Jabba from what I've experienced, but if I could like figure out how to just make him my solid Jabba counter, I will quit talking shit on him. But he can't beat Jabba, so
Yeah.
you know
I
everything.
think
Sorry, go ahead.
the problem with Java is that you can't with Bruce Lay you can't assist until you get rid of the
Yeah,
oh, whatever the blue bomb thing is that she puts on you.
yeah, it's like for
So
2 turns
until
or
you
something.
get
It's
yeah,
called Deadly Bluff.
yeah. So once you get past that, I think you'd be fine. But it's surviving to that that's the problem.
But
So
yeah, so I'm more GAC orientated, but I don't see JMK on defense. Sometimes you will,
correct.
but like where I'm at, I hardly ever see that. Like save him for
Well, there's
offense.
enough things out now that counter JMK that nobody puts him on defense because he himself also will counter almost anything. So what's the point in leaving him on defense for an easy one shot when easily one shot something else?
And I know we're going off
And
track,
that's the
but
difference.
sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead, buddy.
The
Go ahead.
difference that's the difference at our level. We see it as that. At 600 million, they don't. JMK's like taking out a bigger team. If it's on defense, it's drawing out a big team that then they would set a trap for or whatever behind. So yeah.
One last thing. I know we weren't trying to discuss this, but you guys remember when his kit was released, and I was like, this guy's not going to be able to be beat. Like this guy is going to dominate. That's another thing. Is like my expectations were so high, and he's such a badass character. I want him to be better than what he is. I want him to be crazy, or like I said, just give me a straight up Jabba counter or whatever. But I agree with Matthias. If I fucking wailed on him, I'd be fucking pissed. Like Ahsoka's good enough to where, like now that things have smoothed out and we figure out the kinks, she's pretty damn good.
I
But
was really mad about Ahsoka when she first came out.
I think you should be all right with it now. She's pretty good. Now, do you get it?
I'm happy with where she's at now, but when she first came out, I was very fucking upset.
Really, Ezrail's the GL there. But anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about. So what? Oh yeah, so the Bad Batch. $30 is great. It's great. I think if you already have them at like where I was at with like Relic Zero, it's more like a $20 thing I would like it to see. But if they're not even worked on, or if you're only at like Gear 7 or 8 for them, oh my god, yeah. $30 is amazing. Most people don't even work on Omega because she's not needed for it. She's not a requirement for LV. The other 4 are. So most people aren't going to work on Omega unless you just wanted the full team. So $30 is a steal. I think that's a perfect price. They're a great team. Like you can get. I'm not saying they're as good as they once were, but it's worth $30. All those fucking Chirotechs. It's equivalent to the Inquisitors. The Inquisitors was one of the hardest farms I've ever done, or at least it hurt me the most. So all the Kairos, all the relic materials, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next ones, I guess these are they in game? The Rogue One bundles yet?
Yes,
They are in game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So they're confirmed then. So we've got 2 Rogue One bundles. So they're both to Relic 5s. So we've got Jin, Cassin, K2, Pow, and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder is in one. And then Admiral Raddus, Biston, Baze, Chirrut, and Brody Rook are in the other. $15 for the Admiral Raddus one and $10 for the Jin Urso one.
Which both of those is honestly a steal. It's definitely annoying that they're not both in like one $20 bundle, but both of those bundles individually is a steal.
Yeah.
I mean, even just like if you were thinking about going for profundity and you've got a spare $25, buy these 2 bundles because like we were talking about in our Discord the other day, it's like 80% of your profundity requirements.
Even if you only have $10, buy one of them. They're both great. They're both great. Because here's the thing is profundity is a must eventually. Someday in your account, you're gonna need profundity. That's one thing. But even if this was $30, even if both of them were 15 and 15, because here's the bigger picture. Of course, profundity, but between the Saw Gerrera team, between Mon Mothma team, between the GL Leia team, you need every single rebel fighter in the game to like span out amongst. Also Admiral Raddus. All four are great teams, but you need every rebel, not just rebel fighter. You need every fucking rebel pretty much in the game, almost. You know what I'm saying? To make sure, and every one of those characters in those bundles will be used. They're all good characters. You will use them even in game somehow or some way. So there's so much use for those characters. And some of them are just luxury. Not all of them are like Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. He's not needed for anything, is he?
No.
But like he's still a great tank. Like he works really good with them. You know what I mean? No one really talks about him a lot, but he's good.
Staple character in Mon Mothma because of his self revive.
He's fucking annoying.
About the only use that he had before.
Yeah. But like I say, he's luxury, but he's still good. It's just like I say, he's not needed for anything, so you can always put him off. But like, you need every fucking rebel, kind of like how you need most of the Jedi, because there's so many fucking Jedi teams. It's kind of the same way with rebels. I'm not saying you need every Jedi, but even ones that are at least some half good, you want. So yeah. With that being said, fucking still, I think these are better value than the Bad Batch actually, because you know what? I may never get LV. Even with 4R9 fucking Bad Batch, there's a possibility that I might not ever get LV. Because I have all the other characters as relics, but when they're all 3 and 5, and you're telling me I have to take them to 7 to 8, and there's a shitload of them, I may not ever do it. Like, I have to be really fucking bored with whatever's new for me to go and do LV. Who knows? Maybe people will give me some money and say, fuck you, do it. What are you
chasing on your main right now? Because you got Balin and he was your biggest goal. And you just unlocked Glat. So what's your next thing?
So I unlocked Glat. Before I R9 these Bad Batch, I want to be set up in the future for GAC for a while. To make sure I'm okay. You know what I mean?
So you're going to do QA, right?
So yes. So Glat will be finished really soon. Quad May is Relic 0. And then I need to farm up like shards for the bros, the Jedi bros. I'm gonna take all 3 of them to R7, and then I'm set up. So that's all I gotta do. I gotta finish Glat. She has 2 pieces to relic. I am probably gonna take her to 9. I'm not gonna lie, because she's a tank. But I want to be set up for the future, right? So I don't have to worry about anything. So get her all the Zetas, R9, R7, 3 more characters. Then it's the long haul to R9ing the fucking Bad Batch. Then after that, I mean, honestly, even though I'm 11.6, there's not a lot of characters I need up to relic levels anymore. There's like 4 or 5 that I could use, but I don't need. So everyone who's not relic are all just kind of useless characters that I don't need. So I'm in a good spot to be able to R9 a Bad Batch for fun or whatever. And it's not going to really kill my progress in JC. But like I said, I want to make sure I'm set up and I'm good for the future, and then I want to R9 the Bad Batch. But after that, it's probably just going to be chasing the new. By that time, I can probably start working on the new Bad Batch, which, God, it's going to hurt. But they're not. I might R3 those guys, until I know anything more about them. But yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah. I think this is sort of a weird spot, right? We're sort of in a holding pattern for the new raid. So not a lot of people are putting, a lot of relics on luxury.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word, characters. So this is probably come at a pretty good time that they might, get someone to buy both of those profundity bundles, right? But there's still a lot of relic levels there still to go, right? From relic 5 to relic 9 for Raddus, Cassian 8, I think, from memory.
Yeah. So it's four more relic levels for Raddus, 3 more relic levels for Cassian, and then you've got to take Dash Rendar to relic 7 and Mon Mothma to relic 5.
Yeah.
Oh, you better answer that. You've been playing on it all day, buddy. Go answer your little message.
That was not my phone. That was my mother-in-law's tablet that I have to set up when we're done with the podcast.
Listen, mother-in-law, you turn your notifications off during the Hutts Hangout. Mine are off. Is
So
she on
yeah, I think
Discord?
that's
All right, sorry, go ahead.
I think it's a pretty good chance for them if they are going to make a little bit of extra cash and drain a few extra resources before something big comes. Because, like, is there a chance that we get a Galactic Legend ship this year? Is that
I think
also
so.
coming as well?
I've thought about it, even though I predicted this differently. I would say that we're getting one huge unit like that. Yes, I said huge unit. I know. At the end of the year. And I think that we will get Thrawn GL, but next year. Because I'm telling you guys, they're going to spread this shit out as long as they can. So, you know what I mean? Why put out 2 GLs when that can add another 2 years to the game?
Yeah.
So just do one GL a year.
I absolutely think they kind of made it clear this past year that they're moving to a one big thing a year cadence. Like one legendary, maybe 2 legendaries, and one either GL or GL ship. I wouldn't expect to see 2 GLs or a GL and a GL ship in 1 year at any point moving forward. Because what did we get last year? We got Jar Jar Binks, Balin's Skull, and Glat.
Yeah. And I think that whatever the GLs, remember how drawn out Glat was? Like, it was drawn out. And then a lot of marquees.
It was like 6 fucking months.
That's whatever the fucking ship meta is going to be, is what it's going to be. Or GL. But no one's begging or really needing for another GL at the moment. We can get by, but what are we all begging for? Some answers to ships. I want to have something that can beat Leviathan or help me beat fucking Dick Plate. Whatever. I need the meta to change. I really do. I need it. So
our Discord did bring up a good point the other day about before we see a GL ship, I wonder if we'll see a lifter for Profundity. Because they made the punishing one, which was a lifter for Executor.
Yeah, but it didn't.
And then
it broken
everything. The reinforcement for Scimitar, which made it act as a lifter for Leviathan. But Profundity kind of got left at the side. And Profundity now, Profundity can't really do much against either of those teams anymore.
It went from the second best team to there's some off meta ships that are better than the Profundity right now.
So somebody in our Discord pointed out that these Rogue One bundles, they're giving you relics for characters that are not really required for anything, and I think VoD Rook was in one of them, and he doesn't even have a ship. He's the only Rogue One character without a ship.
Good point.
So what if they release another Rogue One ship with VoD Rook as the pilot, and that acts as a lifter for Profundity?
Isn't Scarif Pathfinder a pilot?
I've got the game open.
I think that he is. If not, that could also be. So, Matthias, that's a great point, man. As much as I would say that's stupid, that makes no sense, and we didn't need the dick, but we don't need lifters for these fucking teams. Like, that's not what anyone asked for, and it's pissing me off. That's a good point, and I've said for a long time now that they keep releasing new LSBs, and they coincide with something we didn't even see coming. I've been saying keep an eye on LSBs because that might give you a hint into the future. That's actually Natty Dude says SRP is not a pilot.
He's part of Piston's ship.
But then Trader Todd says he is a co-pilot with Piston. So
yeah.
Listen, Steve 2.0. Don't be spreading lies to us. Making us sound
it is 11 o'clock at night.
I don't give a fuck what time it is.
Do better, Natty. Do better.
It's fucking 6 a.m. for me. You guys should be wide awake at 11 p.m.
Mate. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
So there was one more bundle, which there is a price for it, sorry. Yep. So the TIE Interceptor for $15 gets you second sister to Relic 5 and the TIE Interceptor prototype, which is
So that is not just second sister to Relic 5. They don't show it in the pictures, but we did get reports from people in our guild that is all Zetas and the Omicron.
That's cool.
oh, the Omicron that's for her leadership.
Useless. And nobody actually, anybody who has it applies wishes that they did not. Yes.
What mode's it for? TW?
It's
Fuck if
a
I know.
territory war leader Omicron.
Okay. So question. Wasn't there an Inquisitor bundle that came out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was she in it?
Yes.
Then no. Don't do it for the ship, because here's the problem. Is ship meta is so fucked. It's unnaturally fucked. This one single ship has fucked up everything to the point where
If you go ahead, Bone. Sorry.
all I'm saying, it's to the point where I don't even use that ship anymore because the match is over by the time I try to pull off that counter. The match is over, and usually I feel like the TIE Bomber does more for me than that ship does for the counter. So I find myself calling, because all my ships are getting destroyed. I need a fucking tank out there quick. I don't need that ship. So honestly, it was more valuable. The ship itself was more valuable before the dick plate came to the game. But they've nerfed and fucking buffed so many things, and then you just have the power level of the dick plate that ship isn't useful anymore. You're most likely not going to call it out. And if you do, it's going to do one move. So it's not important to any counters like it used to be. That's just all I want to say. Go ahead, Matthias.
Okay.
That, while it's true at your level of GAC and to a certain extent at my level of GAC, just a couple weeks ago when I was in Kyber 4, because I did just recently move up to Kyber 3. When I was in Kyber 4, I was still using that.
Okay. All right.
So it is very much at lower levels of play still valuable. It's when you're hitting the higher levels of Kyber that you see that ship drop off and it's not valuable anymore. But either way, I would say for $15 to take a ship that is only farmable from Proving Grounds to 7 stars, I would do that.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's not worth it. I think it is for $15. There's a lot of reasons why as well. One other thing that I do, you know, I'm the glass half empty kind of guy. It's also the least important Inquisitor in the game. You always don't use her. You never use her at all.
Sister sucks.
And they added Mark to the game and everything. She just gets the least and least useful. So, but Matthias is right. It's still a good deal if you got the money. I say if you have the money, buy every fucking LSB if you can. Are some better than others or better price or whatever? Yes, but if you can do it, do it. I also think this might be the worst.
These Lightspeed bundles is still cheaper than if you were to whale out for what is in the bundles.
Yeah, like Bane just said in chat, like he's 15 million. He would pay the $15 just to get the Omicron on her. You know what I'm saying? Is he a whale? Yes, but it's something to think of. Like the Omicron itself, are you going to use it? Maybe not, but for collector reasons, it's there. But yeah, I would also say that this is probably the least best. Doesn't mean it's not good, but the least efficient or whatever of all the ones that are coming out at this time.
Okay, so Cup for $5 or the TIE Interceptor for 15?
Cup.
Because
it's $5. And I'm telling you guys, it might help you for a short amount of time, but that she is not going to do much for you overall, and neither is that shit.
Not until they fix fleets.
Yeah. No money, no cry.
So yeah, that's all the news really. Apparently there's some Apple gift card deals coming, but there's literally no news, no details, on it.
So have you guys noticed some other random packs? I don't know if I can list them all. Maybe chat can remind us of some of them.
Yes.
But
You're talking about the Trove packs, right?
well, there's a bunch. There's a bunch of different ones. There's a lot of really cool ones at the moment, or were in there.
So I've got the store open right now. So we have the caches, or as Mike would say, cache.
Cache.
Relic Reserve cache. $50, and you get 225 carbonite circuit boards, 225 bronzium wirings, 90 chromium transistors, 50 rhodium heat sinks, 40 electrium conductors, 20 Zimbital cards, 20 impulse detectors, 10 Gerda keypads, 10 droid brains, 25 fragmented, 25 incomplete, and 25 flawed, with a 10% chance to get an additional 75 of each of the signal datas. And that is $50. If you had, honestly, I would say that at the other, I'm going to call this a Relic 9 pack. The other Relic 9 packs that we've seen have been the Senator's bundle, and those come with much fewer resources for $50.
I
So
think it's a good deal.
I would say, as compared to what the other packs that they've given are, this is definitely a good deal. And you can purchase it twice. So you can take, with the amount of resources in here, you can take a character to Relic 8 and then Relic 9. So you could take, with what's in here, you could take a character from Relic 7 to Relic 9 for $100, basically.
How about going from Relic 5 to 9?
You could easily do, you could you could probably.
What was that? There was something behind that, but I didn't get it.
He's talking about it. He's talking about making you buy these packs to take one of your Bad Batch from Relic 9.
Well, if you're making me buy it, you guys are donating, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's
I literally have $2 in my fucking Cash App account.
Then we have the Zeta Reserve cache, which gives Zeta materials, Omega materials, and the Mark III ability materials, which are the purple ones.
But what can you get with Zeta? I think we talked about this and it wasn't that great.
It's either 40 or 120.
Oh, okay. That's not what I thought.
All right. You have a 90% chance to get 40 and a 10% chance to get 120.
How much
Zeta
is that
materials? $50.
If anybody's listening, Bones is broke. He's heartbroken. He needs Zetas for Glat. That's all I'm saying.
How many of the purple materials have you got?
Me?
Fucking thousands.
33,480.
There was a point when, so I remember when a significantly younger, prettier Mateus unlocked his first GL SLKR. I had all the Omega materials. I had all the Zeta materials. I didn't have enough purple ability materials, so I was delayed on applying all of his Zetas because I didn't have enough of those.
Damn. So Bane's saying something interesting. You don't get arrows, even the arrow magnifiers, even though they are in the picture. So CG Coffee got overheated again. His coffee was too hot.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
They said that they messed up the packs.
Them in the picture for the art, but it's not actually in the pack.
That's bullshit, because that's something I'm missing out on as well.
So you can't take a character to Relic 8 just with this pack. You would have to have the arrow magnifiers on hand.
I feel like that's false fucking advertisement if they don't make compensation for that. Like, that should be illegal. Because that's one of the most fucking precious things in the game. Like, I got that 13.4 million. I was just saying, hey guys, let's R8 and R9 some people for the fun of it, for the stream. I go in there and I have hordes of everything, but 0 arrow magnifiers. But on my other account, which I don't R8 a lot, I have 500 of them. You know, but that's because I'm not taking a lot of people to R8 or R9 or whatever. So yeah.
I'm pretty low on a lot of those materials as well.
So that's bullshit.
I can see what I have in my stores at this moment.
I have some packs on my mind that might be gone already that I want to talk about, but Yeah, it's different to have a bugged game, but to have a bugged pack that people, I don't care if it's a fucking 99 cents. It better be exactly what the fuck you're advertising, because that is illegal. But whatever, I won't get too deep into that.
Yes, so I
So,
have 92 arrow magnifiers on my main right now.
damn, that's not much.
So yeah, and then I have 108 droid brains. So
I mean, that's not, I don't know. I have quite a bit because I don't use them, but I'm not sure how much. So guys, there's a couple other ones that I wanted to mention. Egnards even did a video about this one. I don't know if it's in the shop or still, but there was a buy one get one
So
free.
is this the one with the character cards? Because that's what I was going to get to next.
Oh, you can go ahead. Go ahead, do it.
So we also have 3 faction trove packs that are in the store right now. The Wookiee faction trove pack, the Clone Trooper faction trove pack, and the Unaligned Force User trove pack, which is definitely it's the most expensive, but if you were going to buy these trove packs, that would be the one you would want to go for. And I'll get into that. And because this is literally like if you look up the faction tag, this trove pack has every character in that faction tag in it, basically.
Yeah,
so
it's fantastic.
For Wookiee, you've got the 3PO and Chewie, Black Chrysanthemum, all the different Chewbacca's, Zalbar, Tarful. For Clone Troopers, you've got the original Bad Batch, the original Omega, all the 501st clones, Captain Rex, Cody, like they're all in it. And it's you buy this pack for crystals and you get one of the listed characters, you get 330 shards for it. So just straight to 7 stars, but it's random which one you get.
Matthias,
Now for
how much is the Wookiee one, real quick? Sorry to interrupt. How much is the Wookiee one?
The Wookiee one is 4,999 crystals.
Never. I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would never.
The Clone Trooper pack is 2,500 crystals, 2,499. I would say that would be a good deal.
I would pull that. I would pull that one 2 or 3 times. I don't know how much crystals a more beginner player account has. What's that?
You can only pull from the trove pack 1 time.
Okay, I mean even once. If you're a more beginner, you probably have 2,500. Is it going to hurt you a little bit? Probably, but most of those are needed for something. As far as Galactic Legend or something. So for 2,500, it's a little steep, but most of us have those characters. But if you don't, it's worth it. But continue on. Sorry.
Now the Ufu shard pack. This is 9,999 crystals. It is the most expensive one, but you get a chance at pulling one of the following characters: Ben Solo, Kylo Ren Unmasked. Is this one? Yep. Commander Tano, Maul, the original Kylo Ren, Scavenger Rey, Mara Jade, Asajj Ventress, Visas Mar, Second Sister, Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, Shin Hati, Mark, Padawan Sabine Wren, Baby Cal Kestis, Seer Junda, 8th Brother, 5th Brother, 9th Sister, 7th Sister, and Terran Malicos.
Huge.
You have a chance at pulling 330 shards for a Proving Grounds unit / Conquest unit, and albeit rare, a chance to pull either Terran Malicos, which is an amazing character, or one of your Balin Skull requirements at 7 stars.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much going to repeat what you said, Matthias. I just want to give my overall view about it. This is fucking fantastic. Even if you have to pay some money to get some crystals to get to 10K, fucking do it. Because you have... If you hit on a shitty character, go play the lottery. Because it's like winning the lottery to hit on a shitty character in this pack. There's like 3 in there. What is there, 4 conquest characters, Matthias? There's 3 or 4. That alone is worth 10.
But yeah, there's Ben, Cat, Maul,
3,
and Malicos.
Oh yeah, Malicos.
That saves you like fucking like 8 months of farming right there. If you hit Malicos,
more than that,
yeah.
you can't get Cat that quickly, like unless you're doing the Proving Grounds and that.
There's 21 characters in this pack. So you have a like 18% chance of pulling a conquest character.
which is great. But like Malicos, Cat, Maul, all those people are amazing. If you get Malicos at a young, like if you're a young whale, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, work on that team instantly. You're gonna have to work on some luxury characters, but fucking do it. But like Seer's needed for. But anyways, that doesn't matter. And then we haven't even gotten to the cool. Also, just as valuable, Shin, Mark, and Padaween just came out. They just came out. That's a long fucking farm. I've been farming them for months and months and months. I just finished. I just got done with them. That's huge value. And not to mention the ones that we're not mentioning are great too. Like everyone's like, oh, what if you hit crew? Well, if you don't have crew, that's still huge. Crew is used everywhere in the end game. The only ones that I was sticking out to me that I can remember, because I'm not looking at right now, is Stick Figure Ray, or whatever the fuck we call her, Potato Head or whatever, and OG Kylo Ren.
Whatever.
Those are the only two that really stuck out to me. Like, those are horrible.
But they're both requirements for a GL, right?
If that's the case, yeah,
So
that's
they
true.
are
So
GL requirements. So if you don't have Ray, you don't have Kylo, and you hit one of them, at least you don't have that shark farm.
And you've got the Inquisitors, like they're all there. Literally, I think the only character that you would look at is that's shit is a Sarge Ventress.
Yeah.
Asajj Ventress is needed for gas. Mara Jade is needed for Star Killer. Visas Mar goes in the Star Killer team.
Yeah.
There's not
They're
much.
all, if you pull any of them, if you already got them at 7 stars, obviously it'll be a bit shit. But you know,
That's the
obviously
only downfall.
Conquest ones are a bit higher ranking, but any of those characters to go to 7 stars.
But in the end, whether you're free to play or not, the game's about gambling. If I had 10K, if I had 10.5K, because I'll always want to have enough for for your refreshes during the day. If you have 500 extra, dude, pull it. Like, this is worth the gamble. Will you maybe come out disappointed? Yes, but this is the best like crystal gamble pack that you're gonna see in this game. And the Ufu are some of the best characters in the game. And they have use everywhere. Feed your kid fucking pine cones. Feed yourself pine cones for 3 fucking days. If you even got to buy crystals, I would do that. I've bought crystals for less. Like those ones shitty 5,000 ones that really you don't have a great chance of getting anything, but there's a couple characters that entice you. This is the opposite. There's only a couple shit characters that you're going to regret getting. Now, like he said,
all of us are drinking water to get this pack.
We're not drunk, so we're telling you sober advice. Do this, please. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say about that.
For anybody who is interested, didn't get them last time, and maybe regrets it and wanted to, the All Hands on Deck and Kiadi Mundi Lightspeed Bundles are also back right now. There was no announcement about it, but if you hadn't noticed that in the store and you're one of those people who's like, man, I really wish I'd bought that R5 cam bundle, it is in there right now.
How much is the Hans one?
It's $25.
Fuck
and
no.
it's all 5 Hans at Relic 6.
Fuck no, people. Don't. Once again, if you started yesterday,
the worst LF.
Yeah, I agree with Tyus. It's not good. If you started yesterday, then maybe buy it. And you're like a mini whale, and it's not a problem for you. Go ahead and buy it then.
Maybe I'll buy it on the baby account.
Yeah, like that's
maybe
fine.
I'll buy the cam bundle. You know what? Maybe I'll buy the cam bundle on the baby account and just have an R5 cam that carries me through everything.
Like that's what I hate about beginning. Like the beginning experience, people are like, "It's so amazing now." It's not. It's fucking terrible. And then it makes me want to spend. And it's like, I don't need to. Why am I wanting to put money towards this fucking account? I have 2 more accounts. So they do a good job at making you want to spend on these LSBs. Why make the beginner experience fun whenever you want to sell these LSBs? But, yeah, that Hans one's fucking terrible. Now, Cam, just saying, guys, my Cam's at Gear 6. Kyle's struggling right now. If you want to make him happy, he would like to have a cam. He's been wanting it for a long, long time. I'm trying to wink, but I don't know how to wink.
Just cover one eye with your hand.
and just do this.
Can you not wink at all? Even the other eye?
I'm like, kind of doing it.
Yeah, that looks.
Dude, I
I
have
think
no
that-
coordination.
Cocaine
Zero.
ruined his life.
I can't wink, guys. Buy me cam. I'm so fucking disabled. I can't even wink. Just give me some sympathy, LSPs, please. No, I do like. I still like the cam one. I would buy it, but yeah, I'm broke. So, and we talked about. I got something in my mouth. We've talked about it. And it's not a dick. Fuck you guys. We've talked about it before, probably, but it is so hard. Even if you're doing rote. I bet if we went back and not wrote, if we went back and did whatever the fuck the TB was, I probably still wouldn't be able to beat it. Probably be harder because I've taken mods off those characters and stuff like that. That fucking mission is almost impossible. I beat it 2 times in how many years was that running? Like I beat it twice,
4
you
or
guys,
5?
and it was only when like Avant would walk me through it. I don't want to go to the fucking cam server and wait in line for some stranger to fucking tell me how to do it. Not everyone wants to do that. So it's a really hard character to get, even to 7 stars. It's worth $20.
Yep. Are you gonna go over the ultimate resource pack?
Oh yeah, so they had a buy one get one pack. It was a little expensive, but when you see the shit that was in it, guys, I don't know if it's still in the store. If it is, maybe let me know what it is. But it was pretty much like what Matthias was talking about, that $50 relic pack, but like times 2, pretty much. It was just like hundreds and this huge amounts of relic materials, and everything you need. I don't know what was all in it, but it was a great value, and it was $100.
I can tell you.
Okay, yeah,
I've
what
got
was
it.
in it?
Yeah, so you got 10 droid brains, 15 keypads, 20 magnifiers, 25 impulse detectors, 30 zimbittles, 50 electrium conductors, 60 of the heat sinks, 125 transistors, 200 bronzium wire, 200 carbontes, not carbontes, carbonite circuit boards, and then 140 of the first relic salvage data thingy, 150 of the next, and then 125 of the last blue one.
Yeah, so
And yeah, $100, buy one, get one 50% off.
right. So what he read was $100. Now take that times 2 if you bought it again, but it was only $50 a second time. So take all that times 2 for $150. I would buy that in a fucking instant. Like, that was really good. That's a really good deal. Is it a little whaley? Yeah, but when it comes to like SWGoH economy, that's a fantastic deal. And that would help my account out fucking tenfold. So once again, if you're younger, it may not be that big of a deal to someone like, well, I think even Mike's account, Mike, wouldn't you say that would help you out a lot? Even where you're at?
Yeah, but for $225, it's a pass from me.
That's how much it is for you?
Yeah, Australian dollars. It's
What the fuck?
$151.99.
Mike, get a fucking VPN and open up BlueStacks or whatever, or open up your browser and buy this shit through a VPN. That's fucking insane.
Well, then I've still got to pay US dollars anyway, so
It's the
probably about
conversion.
right.
So it's still
It's
the
the
same,
same price.
amount. Okay, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Everyone's rolling their
I
eyes.
think so.
I'm
Let me
sorry,
have a look at
guys.
it.
I'm like, holy shit. That I would not pay that much either, Mike. I agree. But when it
Yeah,
comes,
he's not paying 225 US dollars. He's
All right.
paying 225 Australian dollars.
well, in my mind, all I know in my mind, it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, it would help a younger player out more than probably even where Mike's at or where Bane's at or anything like that. But it was a really good deal, I think. It sounds like a lot, but
Okay.
what they gave you.
It's actually cheaper for me. So if I paid for that right now, the equivalent is $90.69
For one or both?
for one.
Dude, so
So for
I'm going to
both
start
of them
converting
would
my
be
currency into Australian, and then I'll be able to save money.
228.
I'm going to start ordering my groceries from Australia.
$136.93.
Um, yeah,
So yeah.
so I feel like there was another one. There was another one, guys. I think it was for 2,500 crystals that I did on stream twice.
1,500. That's the one I was
1,500?
talking about. Ultimate Resource Pack.
Yeah, let us know what
You
that
get
one's about.
250 to 2,000 gems, 500 to 1,000 of the Cantina energy, and then 10 to 40 of one of the Chirotechs.
Yes. I did it twice, and just the canteen energy alone was fantastic. That's relic materials. I needed to farm. You were there, Mike, but I instead, since it was all bonus energy, I just put it towards farming my Jedi Bros, Padawan Obi, and Master Qui-Gon.
Yep.
But that's a good deal if you have it to mess around with. So like it was 1,500, and I hit 750 the first time. So I really paid $750 for like an incredible amount of Cantina and some Chirotech, which I needed, right? Come to find out, when I was leveling up my Glat, I still didn't have enough Chirotech, so it helped me out still a lot. The second time I think I hit 500, so I paid 1,000 for a bunch of Cantina energy. But either way, it was worth it. It was a great pack. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any more that we were forgetting, but really cool little cool period of packs. We don't usually talk about how good of a deals they have, but they had a lot of cool things recently. So shout out to CG for that. I mean, they have to make their money, but I'm liking what they're doing with some of these packs. I think they're gonna squeeze out some money from people who don't usually pay. Usually I'm against that, the corporate bullshit, but I think they did it okay.
I got 250 crystals twice and then stopped.
Because they know you spend money. I feel like they they give RNG to the non-spenders so that it makes you want to do it more. I don't know, but
it was like, well, I've got like 1,500 of the Chirotechs, so realistically, I'm just buying Cantina energy for cheap, which is good. But when I got 250 crystals back instead of like 750, I'm like, yeah, this is not very sensible.
Yeah, it's not. You're right.
I just need to be patient.
But
if you were needing Chirotechs, I got 40 Chirotechs on one of them.
Yeah.
Which is a max pool. So,
but if you want to think about it, just because at minimum you're getting 500 Cantina energy. If you want to break it down in just Cantina energy, it's 100 crystals for your first 3, and then it shoots up to 200. I don't know when it shoots up to 400, but it doesn't take long. So
it's 3 again. So the 7th roll would be 400.
Okay.
You only get 3 at each tier of refresh price.
So, like Mike was saying, if you're only getting 250 back, maybe it's not, but like if you're hitting 500, 750, it's definitely worth it's worth the gamble once again. Yeah. You may not get what you want, but it's worth the gamble. It's kind of fun sometimes to, if you know that you have a good chance of getting something nice back, it's a good gamble. But that hasn't always been the case with. So I'm proud of them for doing things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's basically all the news.
Is it? Like, I feel like there was something else.
Let me just double check.
Was there any like?
Oh, okay. So Mateus found, which I had noticed, in the actual store. He could buy, I think it was like 10 shards for 1 million credits. In the weekly shipments, they've now changed this, and it's now 10 shards for 2.5 million. But it might go back to normal, but Paz Vizsla and Sana Staros are the characters currently, which are fairly new characters. Like Paz Vizsla, is Paz even accelerated?
Well, they're at the Gungans,
but not by a very long period of time.
They're doing Gungans now, so I think.
But that's still a really new character, realistically. if you're coming up if you're buying those shards, in general, that's probably a nice little bonus for a little bit.
Yeah. Was there any
Yeah,
bugs? I felt like there might have been a bug. That might have been the
there
week
was.
before.
A login issue bug on the EA app, and the
Okay.
web store was down for a couple hours, I think, after the new update was pushed.
Yeah, Mike, you're pretty much on top of it, but I thought there was something else, but maybe not.
Are you talking about like the Fennec Shan that
Oh yeah,
her
we
I
were
don't
talking.
miss?
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
What was it?
a couple of skills and stuff got updated, but nothing looks like
Okay.
it's crazy. It's all just stuff that probably should have been fixed that aren't really. Yeah.
Here I am trying to prolong the podcast, but I'm fucking exhausted. So I guess let's. I guess let's
I'm
Hold on,
good
do
for
it.
questions.
Pulling up the notes for that real quick. So fixes and adjustments from the March 19th update. Hunter Mercenary fixed an issue where accuracy was not properly increased based on Soldier of Fortune stacks. And this is
Doesn't
something
matter.
also they're very vague when they make these statements. They don't say like, oh, it wasn't doing enough or oh, it was doing too much. They just say we fixed an issue. So you
Yeah.
have no way to know like is it changed for better or worse.
Right.
Hunter Mercenary
Don't read them all out. Nobody even cares about half of them. The
All
only
right,
one was the Fennec Shan one that has some
for
possibility.
for any of my fellow grammar Nazis who noticed that Queen Amidala's special had a duplicate sentence, they finally removed that. Fixed an issue where Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum would lose her 100% counter chance from having 3 stacks of Beskar armor after her retribution would expire or be dispelled from her special one. So if you're ever in a situation where you give her 3 stacks of Beskar armor, she'll work better now than she used to. Updated the Womprat wanted to point this one out. Updated the description of this will hurt to match the functionality. And this was a few weeks ago when Womprat and I did a him and I only podcast. We talked about this with the Gamorrean Guard Datacron. This is them saying we know what we said the ability was going to do, but the ability's not working right. And either we can't fix it or we don't want to fix it. So we're just going to change what the ability says that it does to match what
Yeah.
it's actually doing.
So guess what, guys? They're getting lazier by the day. But I'm the crazy person.
Yeah, so then the one that we were talking about was the last 2 notes here are the most important ones, I think. Fixed an issue where Fennec Shan's special ability, I don't miss, didn't apply the correct armor shred stats. So either the armor shred was reducing defense by more than it was supposed to or not as much as it was supposed to. This may affect the Lord Vader counter in some way, but it probably won't because realistically, that team was 5v1ing Lord Vader. So even if Armor Shred isn't as effective anymore as it used to, it'll probably still 5v1 Lord Vader.
Yeah. I don't think it'll make it. I don't think it'll stop the counter from happening, even if it was they're nerfing it as such.
Same.
But it might just take a bit longer, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of extra kicks.
But do we know actually what was changed though?
No.
Yeah.
All we know is that the Armor Shred stats were not being applied correctly.
So it could
then
actually make it
now they're
better.
being
We
corrected.
don't know. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It could be more effective.
Definitely.
It could be that she was applying reduced like armor shred that wasn't as good as it should have been.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Fixed description of Saw Gerrera's second part of the ability, freedom isn't free, as it should refer to rebel fighter allies and not all.
Are you about
allies.
to say rubber fuck? That's what it sounded like. You're
basically.
Rubber.
I was
fuck.
gonna say rubber fighter.
I'm gonna start calling them the rubber fuckers.
So this looks like it's just a description fix, not a functionality fix. But Saw Gerrera, yeah, he shouldn't have been saying that he gave buffs to all allies. It was only rebel fighters. And that's the
that's it.
update fixes notes.
Because all of those were worthwhile reading.
Some of them were.
I mean, we don't have Womprat. We don't have Womprat to go on about, the Mercenary. What was the first fix you said? That doesn't matter about anything. We don't have Womprat to go on for 30 minutes about how this is not important, but you should know about it. And this is how it works and breaks it down.
Well, it shows.
Yeah.
We love you,
All
Mom.
right.
But we need you to make this 3 hours. Like, this feels weird. Let's do it.
Oh, shit. Questions. Okay.
Because the way it's going, I might get to bed before midnight.
Did you want to talk about the People Guild?
No, this is our news week.
Okay. So this week's questions. First question comes from Green Rust.
Before you ask this question, is anyone still playing in that guild?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
Nev's been like carrying the guild.
And that's sad because he just hit level 85 3 days ago. So that's sad that he's carrying the guild.
Oh, he's got a big account in there.
Yeah, I'm still playing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
All right. This week's questions. The first question comes from Green Rust. Soul Ring or Arcane Signet? Do either of you have any concept of what this means?
Elden Ring?
I did Google it, and it was what is it? I forgot.
They are Magic the Gathering cards.
That's it. Yeah. It's like it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's the cards.
How about Pokemon? Let's talk about Pokemon. I can tell you about that.
No. I have no idea.
Neither of you have ever played Magic the Gathering before, right?
I know that the Lotus is very valuable. That's all I know about it.
All right. Well, just guess one then each. Who picks Soul Ring? Who picks Arcane Signet?
I'm saying Soul Ring. I'm saying Soul Ring because of Elden Ring. That's literally that's the only reason I'm picking it.
I'll go the Arcane then.
You don't have to pick the opposite.
Okay.
Like if you could pick, what would just
you can pick the same one. It's fine. This is so there is a version of Magic the Gathering called Commander, or as us old thugs call it, EDH. And basically you're only allowed to have one copy of each card in the deck for that one. And this is a subject of contention because you're limited on the number of cards in your deck that you can have, whether or not one of these would be better to slot in for the other for purposes of like limitations on how much you can bring. I think that Soul Ring is better than Arcane Signet is, but a lot of people would disagree with me. And we don't need to go any further into that if you guys don't care to.
No, please don't. There's got to be a butthole joke somewhere with Soul Ring, though.
I mean, okay. The only other thing I'll say about it is I like Soul Ring because one time I went to a Magic Pro Tour. There was a Magic artist there doing signatures on cards and like alterations with a Sharpie marker. And one of my friends brought him a Soul Ring, and he used a Sharpie marker to alter the Soul Ring into the Eye of Sauron, which was really cool.
Which is what your friend thought, but really he was drawing a butthole.
Yeah.
But your friend's like, it's Sauron. Yeah, we're cool. No, dude, you got a fucking butthole on your Magic the Gathering card. Continue on, sorry.
We do, unfortunately, for this next question, Steve, we are going to have to delay this until next week because Womprat took the week off, and this question is specifically for Womprat. It even says specifically in the question that it is for Womprat.
Okay, but I want to say that there's no more censoring our questions. They have to be asked. Because last time there was a question that's, what is your favorite porn star? Come on. We've said a lot worse things than that on the show, and we censored it and said, we're not reading that. Because we're going to out fucking Matthias's fucking favorite porn star whenever his wife goes to the grocery store. No, we're not doing that. No more not saying. I just want to put that out there. I was so mad because I made someone go ask that, and you guys fucking skipped over it. So continue on.
Go ask it yourself, you dirty little bitch. There's nothing that says we can't ask podcast questions.
I didn't say that, but someone asked the question anyways, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't see it on the list.
So that shows you how much they care about you guys. You guys, chat. Not shitty. All right, continue on.
Okay. This next question comes from our good friend Bane.
Bang.
The year is 2040, and Bones' dating life is still not working out the way that he had planned. The good news is that AI has advanced and we're able to build him a robot. How would each of us build the robot to what we think his standards would be? We cannot get help from Bones.
Damn, I wish Womprat would say something funny here too. That's sad. Womprat, if you do listen, let's hear in the Discord what you do. But all right, boys, build me my sex bot.
All right. We're starting from like the bottom up, or
Yeah, feet
how
up.
are we doing this?
Let's do feet
Just
up.
whatever details you want to give this robot.
You two can
Alright.
do your own version if you want. Doesn't matter. I'm interested.
All right. Are we doing our own then, Mateus, or are we going to do one together?
I have my ideas for what
Okay.
I would build the robot
All right.
as.
We'll do one each then. All right. Are we gonna? You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Sure. Bones' perfect sex robot. Black, 7 kids, 6'5" with a 3-foot long dick.
I have to have 7 robots running around.
Oh man, I should have gone first.
It's a
I'm-
buy one get 7 kids robots for free.
I was actually being nice, and I was so.
He
I
wasn't
was taking this
besides the
serious,
dick.
right?
I just want to say, besides the dick, Matthias was pretty close.
but it watches his streams also, because there has to be something on a personal level on an emotional support level. The
It's-
robot watches the streams.
His
Hey,
mod,
fuck you.
the robot's like a moderator for the streams. Anytime someone says something nasty to Bones, they like ban them.
Yep. Don't tarnish my name.
Yeah, because I was gonna be actually quite nice, and I was gonna be like,
Well, you
you know,
can.
probably, yeah, I'll be nice.
Mike,
So,
you would be nice. You would want me to be happy. Whenever I'm banging my
Yeah,
sex bot,
yeah.
you want me to be happy.
Someone who sort of comes up to like your chin so that you can like put your head on her. Like Twi'lek.
Yes, thank you,
going
Mike.
on,
You know
yeah.
me. Oh yeah,
Yep.
Twi'lek.
Hold on. You guys ever seen the movie Little Nicky?
Yeah, once.
No.
You know the guy with the tits on the top of his head?
Yeah, yeah. Sure, that's Twi'lek-ish. I just please don't give me a dick. Like I want a vagina.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
just don't,
mine was actually like, nice things.
I'll take the tit head, but come on.
Hadn't even like Twi'lek, and she has that sort of like problem where she like wears like tank top, tube tops, I think they're called, like
Mike, you're
Ahsoka
turning me
does,
on
and
over here.
all of the things.
I'm getting
Why is there a
aroused.
problem, Mike?
No, well, it's not, but like that, like Ahsoka only ever seems to wear that,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know whether there's something going on problem.
I also want her nipples to show through the tank top. Like I'm getting actually into this. Keep going.
deep details, yeah.
Keep going.
And because it's a robot, right, they'll just do anything you want anyway, so you don't need to worry about personality and such.
Thank you. Because us
Yeah.
men don't want personality. We just
Yeah.
want you to make
No,
a sandwich, go mop the floor, and then come, give me a BG whenever you get back.
A
what?
BG?
What's a G?
What's a BG?
I just invented it. We're calling them BGs
A
now.
blow
Blow G just doesn't sound as cool. So it's a BG. All right. So you've made
Yeah.
it to the waist. So how's it the waist
Yeah.
down?
Oh, just a normal human otherwise, like a normal female otherwise. Yeah.
What color?
be-
What color would she be as a Twi'lek? Because it doesn't necessarily. She didn't have to necessarily be black. But I think I'd
true.
still want it to be black,
Yeah, or like
Darth
a
Talon.
A tan. Oh, that black? No, I was thinking more like Like,
Think about it, Mike. I like them black and then chief
Yeah, yeah,
colors,
yeah.
like chief stripes. You know how Talon is, like with the accents of red.
Black with
so
stripes.
we should have just said we're gonna get you a Patrick Mahomes sex bot.
With a vagina.
Yeah, that's you know what? That's a good point, Mike. That is Bones' perfect sex robot. It's just Patrick Mahomes, dick and all.
That's an easier one. Yeah, I'd take all three. Maybe you guys can get me 3 of them, so I can just, I'll be like one of those people that have more than one wife.
Me and my 3 hot weed smoking robot girlfriends.
Like on TLC or whatever. I'm not Mormon because they're not real. So, yeah, I'm actually really into that. And we talked about this. What's funny is maybe this was encouraged by one of my streams, but we were talking about starting a sex bot fund for me.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to do that, I will save up for my sex bot. They are a real thing now. I have seen them, but I'm waiting for them to I'm getting to the point where I don't need personality. I need you to make sure maybe I can send her to work. Like, can we? I can't wait for your sex bot to be able to go work. And she's paying.
Send her to go work in the mines.
Yeah, like I don't know. That sounds very misogynistic. I used to be worried about like women getting a hold of sex bots, but now I'm like, actually, I think men need them more. I love to the one woman that probably doesn't listen to the show. You guys are fucking complicated. You guys are mean. You guys are
Why are you so mean?
I'm all about.
That's what I don't
sex
understand. Why
bots.
are you so mean?
Yeah, like all we do is try to be nice and give you guys stuff, and
Stop being mean to me. I have a little dick.
yeah,
So that's
never
actually
enough.
quite a valid point. Big Deal is saying Bones would take them out in public and act like normal.
I probably would. I'm
Probably,
proud. I would.
considering it's a sex bot, probably an odd thing to be doing, sending them to work.
Oh God, comes back used as fuck. Have you been cheating on me, bitch? God damn
I
it.
just changed the rule. Yeah. How is it already dirty?
Even the pre-programmed fucking sex bot that's only supposed to say true to me cheats on me. That's sad.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, that was a good one. Good job, guys. And if you think I'm lying about a sex bot, if they get advanced enough, I'm probably finding me one. Just wanted to put that out there. I'm not lying.
You and Elon Musk is genetically engineered cat girl robots.
Yeah, and one of his kids' name is like AEIO 1056 or something. Like it's something weird.
It's pronounced Kyle.
It's pronounced Kyle?
Yes.
That's how my name's spelled, is AUX6149.
That's the funny thing, is it's pronounced Kyle.
My man, Elon, you're on the right track. Alright. The sex bots.
All right. Our next question this week comes from Sop, and he wants to know why the Riva mission is easier than the Lot Tambor mission.
I can answer this very, very quickly.
Yeah, do it.
Because Sop's only just done it. That's because he's got a great guild who gave him plenty of resources to effectively manage the mission and be prepared for the mission.
Right when Mike had me at a high for him after the sex bot customization, he brings it all the way down.
I'm just waiting for Sop to go, do we?
I just got so soft right now. Like,
yeah, I think Sop literally just went in and just did the mission and won. So,
yeah. It's easier because people bitched about the cam mission and that mission, and they were overly hard. Geonotions was easier, but still,
yeah,
and that's why, because no one wants to do that shit. Whenever they relic or whatever on a team, and you can't even do it because of RNG, that's bullshit. That's not good. That's not okay. So they fixed all those problems in Riva. He worked on the characters, took them to where they needed to be, and modded them right. You could still possibly lose, but most likely you won't.
actually stop. Have you got Reaver? Because he's in chat. So while Mateus answers, it'll be interesting to know whether he's actually got Reaver.
She's the bestest ever. He doesn't. No.
Yeah, I think the main thing with this mission came down to like the modding requirements just like sort of had a lower complexity. Like with the WAP mission, it was like you wanted these characters to have like at least stats this high. You needed them to go in this order. If this character used this, if this enemy used this ability, you had to do this. There was like a lot more complexity to it. With the Riva mission, it's mod for protection and don't use AoEs until you have tenacity up. It's just a very simple, straightforward mission.
Yeah, minimal health. Get the Omicron on Marek and then press auto.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much it.
Okay, I mean, we're done.
All right. There is one more question from Tiny Bubbles.
Okay. Can
Hello,
I say
Hutts.
quit adding
Tiny
shit? Ask your question fucking before that we go live. Bubbles, you've been here long enough. Go ahead.
Sop asked his question after we went live.
I know, Sop.
No, he
It
didn't.
goes-
We went live after that.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
We had two.
Well,
I really don't care. I really
Yeah,
don't
but-
care.
Remember, it took Bones. He was talking about his. I don't remember what he was talking about.
My sex bot? We peaked at sex bot.
What were we talking about this before the episode? We were just talking shit for a while.
I don't
I
remember.
don't know. Hello, Hutts. Tiny Bubbles 42 here from House of the Hut. If there was a fleet that you wish could come in and stop the dick plate, what would it be and why? What faction would it utilize?
A good question, Bubs. You are now able to post during the show. You're asking a good question. I mean, you guys already know probably the whole community's answer. Red 5, man. There's not a better one. I want Red 5 with an A wing and a B wing. It is so overdone, or like so overdue for an A wing and a B wing. I don't even give a fuck about the Red 5. Give me an A wing and B wing that can beat the fucking dick plate. Yeah, I mean that's my answer. We've all deep delved into the Red 5 thing. Not Ray 5, Steve, because I know you're about to say Ray 5. Fuck no. That.
I would like to see the Chimera be useful again.
What's up with you
it
and
just
lifters?
sucks that it's what? No, I'm not talking about like lifting. I'm saying like dick plate needs to be nerfed so that way Chimera can at least like set you up for a 2-shot.
I agree.
Because it can't even do that.
I agree with you. I'm having bad takes. Like I just gave a lifter for like home one, so I don't know why I'm bitching at you or anyone for asking questions. Don't listen to me. I'm just being an asshole and grumpy.
I'm not great with the ships. I guess it doesn't even have to be like lore accurate, right? It could just be any ship.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a couple of extra ships for the separatists, or maybe a new lot of separatists. Because I enjoy using Grievous as a team, but yeah.
It wouldn't even take an overpowered ship to lift that team. It's really good as it is. It just needs a little oomph to send it over.
People have been speculating an Admiral Trench fleet for a couple of years now, so
I don't even know whether I'd want Trench.
No, I don't want another capital ship. Sorry.
Wait, you don't want a reason to force everybody in the guild to take their Admiral Trench to Relic 9?
I mean, to be honest, Trench is actually, I've given him a lot of shit. He actually isn't bad in the entire game overall.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
Whoa, who's better, Admiral Trench or Lord Vader?
I mean, Lord Vader. I don't want to admit that, but he's a GL.
I'm not sorry. I'm not saying in like a one-on-one situation. I mean like for what they do, who is better, Admiral Trench or Lord
Lord
Vader?
Vader by far.
Honestly, Trench has stopped me personally on defense in GAC way more than LV has ever stopped me. So
Yeah, but that's because you know the counters for LV. What's the counter for Trench?
something to take him out as fast as possible. Maybe
See?
CLS. I don't know.
If
I
you
have
knew the counter, you'd be fine.
have to look it up every time. But dude, I'm gonna be angry if that's like I have zero interest in farming a capital ship for Trench. Zero. I would rather have the guy from season 3 of Mando, the Pirates of the Caribbean looking
Oh,
guy.
fucking
Oh yeah.
pirate guy.
Yeah, like I would be more interested in that. I don't even know
I
who the
would
fuck
be
he
interested.
is.
Actually,
Yeah.
give me a full pirate fleet.
Right. And then maybe that could tie into it kind of tied into wasn't the guy from Skeleton Crew in season 3 of Mando, the Hondo looking guy? I think so. I think supposedly he looks like
Might have been
Hondo.
him, yeah.
I think he was in
Yeah, I know
season
what
3
you're
of,
talking about.
of that.
That might have been the same guy.
Yeah, I think he's in it. I saw like an Easter egg thing or something. But yeah, I hope not. But what else would
Give
it
me
be?
a
You know?
pirate space fleet.
You guys remember whenever Nihilus was supposed to be getting a capital ship? It was in a leak.
Yeah, they pivoted and changed it to the Leviathan because Nihilus getting
Oh.
a capital ship leaked.
Okay, so they just turned that into that then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Mike, real
That's
quick.
the last question.
But Mike, real quick on your answer, what would that ship be? Like, what would you want to see?
I don't know. The Wombrat says a heap of separatist ships. I think it's like
Oh yeah.
Fighter or something.
Oh, the Tri-Wing.
Try
I think
yeah,
it's the Tri-Wing.
something like that. Pretty. I've heard him say that. Grievous himself has like a little, like the Naboo Queen. Oh, not Queen Amidala. Padme Amidala ship.
But would that go
Yeah.
with? That would go with like Galactic Republic, though, right? It wouldn't go with.
No, well, I think the Separatists stole it or something.
Oh, okay.
No, there's a mission for unlocking gas where in order to beat it, you have to destroy Grievous's little escape pod thing that's off to the side of the screen. I think he's talking about that ship.
One last thing
Maybe.
I want to say about ships. There's a plethora of iconic ships that have never even touched this game. It's time they cash in on it this year. I want to, even if it's a new capital ship, whatever, but give me some cool, like, singular ships. I mean, think about, like, you have the new Mando fucking ship that we've never seen. There's a whole Shadows of the Empire fleet. I wish they'd do a Shadows of the Empire fucking episode. Whatever. There's a lot they can do to cash in on fleets.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of ships. I'm not great with the names and stuff like that, but is like it. Well, how many ships have we even got in the game? Like, it's not many.
It's not a lot.
Yeah,
Not
there could be a
enough.
lot
I
of
thought you wanted to go
a
to
lot
bed
of work.
before midnight.
What,
Hey?
Matthias? What?
I thought Mike wanted to go to bed before midnight. Why are we still looking up the names of ships?
Because I feel like we haven't been on long enough. This is weird. We haven't given everyone what they've asked for.
There's 68 ships in the game, which I'm guessing includes capital ships.
I mean, that's more
versus
than I thought.
289 characters.
Also, like Forlom and Zuckus, they need to come in and they need this ship. Stuff like that. But we can shut up about ships unless you have something else to say about it.
No, I'm good.
All right, we'll start saying your goodbyes, start promoting stuff. I'm gonna look for someone to read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what?
I normally we would raid Tassanex, but I don't know whether it'll be on because no GAC today.
I'm
He's
finding somebody.
probably not gonna.
Yeah.
He was in here earlier though. Shout out to Tass.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's that wraps up the episode for No Steve. that wraps up the episode for tonight or today, or if you're listening in 3 days. Thanks, guys, for coming by. Thank you, Mateus and Bones. I'm pretty sure we'll have Womprat next week. He's just having a week off this week, spending a bit of personal time doing his own thing. So that's, good for him to have a bit of time off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taz says he'll be doing a coffee and chill stream later, so you guys go check him out. Matthias, go say your goodbyes.
Bucky Bones, burn your pine cones. I love you all. Have a great weekend.
Yep, I
Are you
appreciate.
going to raid into the sumo channel?
No, I mean, can. I just have. You guys don't know him, but an old friend of mine, Andy Beads. He used to stream SWGoH, and he used to help me out a lot back in the day. So we're gonna raid him. He's the only one streaming right now. So besides us, which is strange. But thank everyone for the support as usual every single week. I love you all dearly. Support outside of it and everything. I can't thank you enough. Love anal beads? No. That's not until my sex bot. Okay, big deal. It's up to you guys. If you guys donate the money, I'll let you guys customize my sex bot. All right, we'll do a whole sex bot stream. But no anal beads are going to be involved. Like you guys take care of the programming where it's only programmed to do what you guys want it to do to me. It's sounding better and better every time.
Lots of fingers.
It has 10 fingers on each hand. Anyways, all right, we're raiding now. But thank you guys for everything. Love you all dearly. Come check me out, Bones88. Without me, none of this would be happening. I'm a big deal now. Come by and buy me some packs.
I mean, it's not entirely true. I can run the stream.
All right, guys. Love you all dearly. We're out of here. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Bye.
We literally had someone come in that last minute.
All right.
And they said, hey,